This often previously numerous. How would you manage it? I mean, you realize. I see I know reality rapidly. He pushed ahead from me to Marjorie in the domain of Steve Harvey's affection life. Stunning subtleties are rising. The magnetic television character seems to have a long record of treachery, and reports of his latest bad behavior are standing out as truly newsworthy as per tales. Steve couldn't avoid the draw of enticement, in spite of being hitched to his significant other Marjorie Harvey. Yet presently the bright lights are on Steve, as the debate unfurls, anxious to perceive how this alluring charmer will deal with the consequence of his supposed cheating. As we probably are aware, the show never appears to end in the Harvey family. Apparently Marjorie Harvey, the shocking areas of strength foreign spouse of Steve Harvey, has had enough of his manipulative style. Each time she pivots there appear to be shameful murmurs whirling around Steve, causing qualms about his obligation to their relationship. Yet this time it's something important. Sources near Marjorie uncover that she is completely tired of the steady bits of gossip and hypotheses encompassing Steve's reliability, and that they may be near the precarious edge of separation, which won't look great for Steve's rising vocation too. So driving back in time, when he originally got hitched to his first wife Marcy, in quite a while invited twin young ladies Carly and Kovnik. Following a couple of years at the time, Steve was battling with attempting to really establish himself and filled in as a protection sales rep, yet subsequent to attempting stand-up satire and winning $1.50 in front of the pack prize, he chose to leave his place of employment to seek after a day-to-day existence in parody. Well, there he hit it big of distinction and achievement. Marcia and Steve's relationship was not a simple one, and it eventually prompted their separation in 1994. And the significant explanation for it was that Steve was missing more often than not and furthermore betrayed her. This is lamentable, yet what is more troubled is that the years that followed were challenging for Steve and his relationship with kids Liquor and Carly. Anyway, Marcia has kept a tranquil profile from that point forward, in spite of the fact that apparently she has likewise turned into a distributed writer, as she appeared to stay away from the dramatization and spotlight on bringing up her 3 children, Liquor, Carly, and Broderick. And yet she distributed a few books where she indicated that Steve could have betrayed her while he was scarcely home. Currently pushing ahead, we should plunge into one more sensational marriage of Steve Harvey. Will we? Everything began when Steve purportedly started seeing his second wife, Mary Shackelford, while his separation from his most memorable wife, Marcia, was all the while forthcoming. Dubious right, the two lovebirds secured the bunch in 1996, yet their relationship hit rough shores, prompting their chaotic split in 2005. Furthermore, hang tight for it, since things are going to raise soon after their detachment. Steve wound up ensnared in a snare of debates anyway. Mary strongly guaranteed that Steve had gone behind her back with his future third spouse Marjorie, among other stunning charges forward from me to Marjorie that was upsetting during their almost 10-year relationship. Mary had seen Steve's breathtaking ascent in the diversion world. From the sidelines, however, their once agreeable marriage went to pieces, leaving Mary with a sharp desire for her mouth. Their 17-year marriage finished in separate, from which sent shockwaves across media outlets. Mary, as she continued looking for equity, took to YouTube, transferring recordings to gather backing and uncover the supposed wrongdoings of her ex. In these recordings, she didn't keep down blaming Steve for infidelity, as well as physical and mental maltreatment. The outrage arrived at its pinnacle when Steve chose to make a legitimate move against Mary, documenting a claim to stop her harming charges. He guaranteed that her proclamations needed proof and were ridiculous numerous. I know reality, yet the matter is the part that is terrible in here is my significant other, and kids must be sedated into this. Whether you will be pernicious, then feel free to simply point it at me. Yet my child is coming in the room crying, and that is likewise private. So why you would do this, and I don't comprehend the reason for it. I got you distraught, yet you a long time back That is the thing we're doing now after their separation. It was soon enough when he reconnected with Marjorie and wedded her in 2007. Their marriage brought about the converging of their singular families, which had a sum of 7 youngsters, albeit the family quarrel moderator has been hitched 2 times before his association with Marjorie is not normal for anything he's consistently realized Marjorie had an impact on the manner in which I existed, he admitted to individuals in 2012. I'd never been in a sound grown-up relationship. I'd never been steadfast. I'd never been completely regarded the tales or circumventing that Steve's marriage is holding tight the bluff. After all, it is Steve's shortcoming once more. And on the off chance that you are additionally considering what occurred between them, secure your safety belts, as all of you realize Steve, as of now, has a background marked by cheating, yet as of late, he has been reputed to have an unsanctioned romance with Kris Jenner. And that is stunning because of this family quarrel jokester. And host Steve Harvey confronted a $400 million, separate from sensation from Marjorie. Well, he could never have been whirled in this tempest on the off chance that he was not getting excessively near showbiz companion Kris Jenner, and assuming that Steve figured he would make his disloyalty disappear this time, he was mixed up as per an insider. Steve's cozying up to Kris Kardashian behind the shut entryway of supposed conferences, ceaseless telephone visits, and relentless tattle has made Marjorie rage out of resentment. And it doesn't look great for their marriage from any side. This demonstration of Steve caused significant choppiness in his wedded life, and surprisingly, a source uncovered to Radar Online that there was a tremendous victory battle, and Marjorie left compromising separation. The source additionally added that it's basically impossible that she planned to tolerate Steve sticking around an apex predator like Kris, particularly since he's demonstrated consistently he can't be confided in, despite the fact that Steve and 62-year-old Kris, a double-crossed divorced person, have been agreeable for quite a long time anyway. Marjorie doesn't actually incline toward this kinship, which makes the fans more dubious that there should be something off-putting happening between the two. So fundamentally, Steve met Kris, interestingly, during Paris Design Week in 2015. They've additionally been seen out in Hollywood on different various events connected at the hip anyway. It's not only that in light of the fact that Kris likewise showed up on his syndicated program to assist with supporting evaluations of Steve's show. After all, for what reason wouldn't she? Definitely, I like that. Not too far off, it's a tie. Kris, you and those young ladies have recently remained really extremely kind individuals. And that is the very thing I wish that everyone would comprehend about you. And those young ladies, you're extremely kind individuals. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Kris. Even convinced her girls to go to the family quarrel show to additional concrete their relationship. In spite of their conspicuous closeness, a television insider said that Kris cares very little about Steve, sincerely, in light of the fact that she has different plans. And by the plans it is implied that Kris is utilizing Steve, wanting to maneuver him towards sharing his television virtuoso strategies, so she can utilize and carry out those to help her own falling realm. Okay. Welcome, come on, Mother Gracious, how about we go? I'm so frightened too. I need to apologize about this first inquiry, Canine. Just I don't have anything to do with the inquiries. I staying aware of the Kardashian Lee began by Ryan Seacrest. Then again, Kris currently